What's up guys, this is Sapphire and I'm bringing you Game 3 of this exciting series between RedArchon, spawning as the Red Terran, and his opponent is Adro, spawning as the Light Blue Zerg. Now it's on Lost Temple and this is an ace match, and ace matches are always exciting. So this is from round 3 of the PSI Storm tournament, $5,000 tournament, absolutely huge, and I've been really impressed with Adro's play so far. I think in the first game on Blistering Sands that he wasn't really playing up to par, but he still controlled the map and still controlled RedArchon and contained him. But then he had this big window where he could have really done something and just didn't really capitalize on it and let RedArchon take that gold expansion, didn't control the map when he was clearly in the lead. So I'm really curious how he's going to do this game. He did much better in Game 2 on Scrap Station, even though he let the game go on a little bit too long. I think that's just down to tournament experience. RedArchon has a lot of tournament experience. Of course, he won the Blizzard Southeast Asia qualifying invitational, which netted him $3,000 US, and he's punched his ticket to Blizzcon. So RedArchon's going to be representing Southeast Asia server against the likes of TLO and Next Genius from Korea and a whole bunch of the absolute top players in that tournament in America. So RedArchon has lots of tournament experience, and I think that Adro was just a little bit cautious, didn't want to lose. So I'm really interested to what his strategy is going to be, especially on Lost Temple. Going gas first here, which is looking a little bit standard. Would have expected hatchery first like we saw in the previous games, but got to remember that this is prior to the latest patch. So this is before 1.1.2. Roaches still have the reduced range, and Terran openings of Hellions or just the classic controversial Reaper openings were very, very strong in this patch. So especially on this map, the one base opening is quite safe, especially considering if Terran sees the really fast expansion, they can just drop a Thor or 2 siege tanks on your cliff, and basically that's going to be all she wrote for your expansion, unless you're Fruit Dealer, of course, in the GSL finals, and you can take care of it. Another thing too, hopefully the sound is better and improved this time, guys. I know there was a few complaints about it. It's because I have a new microphone and I'm just getting the setup right. So if there's any problems, again, just post in the in the comments, and I do read them. Interesting choice of going this double bunker contain. Have seen RedArchon try some cheesy stuff like this before to limited success. So I'm really curious how that's going to go down here, especially considering, you know, he was one base opening here anyway from Adro, so I don't think Adro's going to panic too much. The Marine does get there, looking like he's not going to challenge, so this is really, really interesting. Now these Zerglings have got to be a little bit careful. They're just basically going to be fried. Good control there by Adro. Now he just needs to remain calm in this situation. You've been contained by Terran. Usually it'll be by 2 pylons, and now the RedArchon's just being a little bit cheeky with this Marine, just trying to get a few hits in before this Spinecrawler finishes. So I'd be really interested to find out how Adro's going to deal with this, because it's hugely aggressive by RedArchon, and if it forces Adro to one base for too long, it can really set him behind. Now I'm not sure what RedArchon's follow-up's going to be, whether he's going to expand behind it or just go for some kind of tech play, perhaps going to a fast factory. But we do see Reapers and Nitro packs coming online, so this is going to be really obnoxious to deal with. Right now he's got just these 2 Marines here. Queen gearing up will tank the damage from those Marines pretty well, and you will see that Queen's used very aggressively in a one bunker that's usually positioned outside the hatchery. So I'm curious as to whether RedArchon would have just gone for the one bunker hatchery contain, but didn't see the fast hatch, so he's gone for this 2 bunker contain right now, and Adro is not panicking, just getting for a relatively fast layer. Got the Spinecrawler for defense, but now of course this is Reaper coming across the map, Nitro packs at about 50%, and it's really going to be up to some really good control from Adro to prevent this Reaper from doing too much damage, especially considering he can't leave his ramp just yet. Reaper coming in right now. Lair is almost finished, taking out a couple of Zerglings already. Queen trying to close, needs really perfect control on this Reaper, trying to get away from this Queen. Got to be careful it doesn't get boxed in here. Few hits from the Queen, and the Queen takes the Reaper out. So that was a bit of a mistake there by RedArchon. Good spawning pool placement and a really nice placement of the Spire there. Just trying to one base Muta now to get himself out of this. And here comes another Reaper, going to run straight into this Zergling and this Spinecrawler. Needs to get this Spinecrawler down, but the Reaper's going to be denied. Now he's got to be careful as he back and forths on this cliff. He will come into range of these bunkers. So really unsure what RedArchon's plan is now, though, because he does not have vision up this cliff. He could scam, but it'd be a huge waste. And this is basically going to end this contain. Good for Adro that he didn't actually panic. You all often see players just have their ramp contained by pylons, usually by Protoss, and then just immediately panic, throw down a whole bunch of Zerglings and just try and bust it and really cut your economy for that. But he didn't panic, kind of like we've seen Adro do so many times when it's happened to him. He's just been a little bit more steady. Now we're seeing this lots of Reapers. They have that Nitro Pack upgrade, so it's going to be a lot tougher for Adro to deal with, trying to get his hatchery online, and this is going to be hugely at risk once we see this factory come online. But now RedArchon is expanding behind it, still got these Reapers out, but not really moving in with them. And second Queen's online, and the Spire is almost done, has a lot of gas saved, so he's going to be able to make probably around 5 or 6 mutas straight off the bat to try and deal with this. Reapers coming in, and with that huge building damage, going to take this hatchery down so fast. Zerglings coming in, but now they're on this obnoxious cliff. Almost going to force the cancel. Very, very close. There's the cancel. So that's really good for RedArchon. Queen's got to be careful here. They are off creep. They will take a lot of damage from this many Reapers trying to flee there. He has energy for one transfuse. There's a transfusion. Reaper's just doing so much damage though, and really continuing to contain Adro. He does have 7 mutas coming online, and we've seen this build really popular as just to mix it up on this map, the one base muta play. It can be really effective, but if your opponent just gets lots of Marines, they will counter it. Going to force these Reapers all the way back home. They got the hatch cancel off, which is nice, but I don't think that this Reaper harass has done enough, and there's more Reapers coming on. Not really enough mutas here to deal, not really enough Marines here to deal with this, and these 7 mutas are going to do a lot of damage. Reapers falling back now, more and more